guys, welcome back to Fresh Take. I'm Rowan, and in this week's episode we are looking at gnocchi. I'm going to be doing a couple of garnishes with it as well. It's going to take us about 45 minutes. It's really quick, it's really simple, and it's absolutely beautiful. We start off with 150 grams of Maris Piper potatoes. Any fluffy dry potato works well here, such as a King Edward or Rooster. Then we've got 80 grams of 00 flour. To be fair, plain flour also works well here. We've got 2 egg yolks. We've got about 90 grams of Parmesan cheese. Then we've got 3 sprigs of thyme, 2 sprigs of rosemary, and just a small handful of chives. Really, any mix of herbs is really nice for this. Then for the sauce and the garnish, we're going to do 100 grams of creme fraiche, just a little bit of lemon juice, some fresh peas, and some fresh broad beans. There's something so much nicer about podding peas and beans yourself instead of using frozen ones, and this is called fresh take, not frozen take. We've also got a bit of rocket, and to finish it off, just a good amount of olive oil. And that's it. We're keeping it light, we're keeping it fresh, nothing too heavy with gnocchi. It's quite dense and quite rich in itself. So we're going to start off with our potatoes. Just going to peel them super quick using our trusty speed peeler. And then this week the magic will happen. That's right, up the level of the editing. So we're just going to roughly chop them. Doesn't need to be anything special. We're just going to turn this into a mash. You can roast these whole, scoop them out like a jacket potato. It's a lot drier mix. Just going to fill them up with cold salted water and put them on the stove, bring them to the boil and let them cook until soft and fluffy. So our garnish for this is going to be a little Parmesan cream. We've got our creme fraiche, we've got about 45 grams of grated Parmesan, and we've got about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and a good ground of black pepper. Also going to season this with a bit of the Maldon salt, and then just mix it all together. Really simple. You can change the quantities of this to season it however you want. Add more Parmesan, a little bit more lemon juice, more black pepper if you want a bit more of a kick. So we're going to go ahead and prep our peas. If you've never done this before, it is so therapeutic, and that's one of the reasons why I love using fresh peas so much. You just sit there and pod them for days. We're also going to do the same for our broad beans, just cracking them in half and scooping out the insides. Then we're just going to put these to one side until we're ready to blanch them. So back at our gnocchi, we've got our cooked off potatoes. I've just drained them, let them steam for a little bit, and then we're just going to pass them through a sieve. If you've got a potato ricer, that'll probably actually be a lot easier than trying to push it through with the back of a spoon. So we've just got our potato here, it's dry, it's cooked through, lovely and soft. We're going to add our flour, so that's the 80 grams of 00 flour, our 2 egg yolks, and then we're going to grate in the other 45 grams of Parmesan. We've also got all our herbs chopped up, whichever ones you decided to use. And another tablespoon of olive oil. And we're just going to mix it all together. It comes together like a dough. The seasoning for this is going to come from the water the potatoes were cooked in and also the Parmesan. So just on a floured surface, we're just going to finish off working the gnocchi. As you can see, it's come together. We're just going to finish it off and then roll it into the shape that we want. You don't need to knead it like a bread dough. We're just roughly mixing everything together so it's all evenly combined. I'm going to cut it in half and put one side to the side, and then we're going to roll it into a long sausage. Then using a pastry cutter or just a knife, we're going to cut them into little pillows. This is the way I like to shape my gnocchi. People do it in all sorts of different ways of rolling it out onto special boards, but this is simple and frankly tastes exactly the same. And I'm just going to put them to one side onto a floured baking tray for now, just while I prep the rest of it. So we've got a large pan of boiling salted water. We've dropped the gnocchi in about 3 minutes until it's all risen to the surface, and then we're just going to scoop it out and put it into some ice water. This is just going to stop it cooking. We're going to finish it off in a frying pan to get it nice and caramelised on the outside and crispy. And once they're chilled down, we're going to take them out and just drain them onto a sheet of kitchen towel. So we've got a pan of hot oil, and we're just going to put the gnocchi in. I'm just going to do one portion for now, just to get a bit of colour. We'll flip them, get a bit of colour on the other side, and then just add a knob of butter, about 20 grams. Get them nice and coated, a nice shine, a nice buttery finish. And then we're just going to take these off, straining the butter, and put these to one side just while we plate. Taking our plate, taking our Parmesan cream, just a dollop in the centre, fan it out, gnocchi on top. We've got our blanched peas and broad beans. I've just split the broad beans, they give a nicer colour, nicer texture to them. Just blanched in salted water for about 2 minutes. Throw them all over the place, don't worry, it's just for you. We've got our fresh rocket. I've got here some sheep's curd cheese that's been finished with oregano, beautiful flavour to it. Just picked it up from the local cheese counter. I've also got some carrot tops just from my garden, and then some chive flowers as well. You can get these from just letting your chives grow all the way and then flower at the end. And we're just going to finish it with a good drizzle of olive oil. Beautiful, easy, fresh. Got Parmesan herby gnocchi. It's fluffy on the inside, crisp on the outside, a nice Parmesan creme fraiche sauce on the bottom, topped with beautiful fresh rocket, peas and broad beans. It's beautiful. Cheers for watching, and like always, the recipe for this video can be seen below in the description, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at rumandrolo for more content, and also like, comment, share and subscribe to these videos. Catch you next time. This has been Fresh Take.